Let's review another example. Harry homeowner owes $200,000 on his mortgage. Harry gets sued by a credit card company for failing to pay his credit card. The credit card company is awarded a judgment in the amount of $10,000. The judgment is referred to as a judgment lien against any real property owned by Harry. To satisfy the judgment, the holder of the judgment has the right to petition the court and force the sale of Harry's assets. A judgment holder may or may not decide to force the sale of the real property. The reason for electing not to force the sale of the real property will become evident when we discuss priority. The judgment holder may decide to let the judgment sit for a period of time. Many jurisdictions require the judgment holder renew the judgment after a certain number of years. If and when Harry decides to sell the property, he will be forced to deal with the judgment. We will assume Harry decides to sell the property. Remember, the mortgage balance is $200,000 and the judgment is $10,000. Harry sells the home for $250,000. He will net $40,000 after he satisfies the mortgage and the judgment. In our example, the mortgage gets paid before the judgment lien. Payment of liens follow the priority of the lien. With few exceptions, lien priority is determined by the date the lien was placed on the property. Lien priority is important when a property is sold for an amount insufficient to satisfy all the debts in the property. Sometimes this will occur in a voluntary sale, but often will occur when a property is being foreclosed upon. Remember, foreclosure is a forced sale by a lien holder, usually because the borrower is delinquent on the debt. The debtor or lender forces the sale of the property to produce money to satisfy the debt. Let's review an example. Carl owns a cottage, which has been used as collateral for a few loans. Carl obtained a first mortgage on January 5, 2004 in the amount of $200,000. Carl obtained another mortgage for $30,000 on February 25, 2004. Carl paid his 2004 property taxes in November of 2005. In 2005, Carl began having financial problems. He went delinquent on a credit card. Carl was also unable to pay some medical bills. On July 1, 2005, Carl's credit card company obtained a judgment against him for $15,000. On August 3, 2005, Carl's doctor obtained a judgment for $10,000. Carl was unable to pay his property taxes in 2005 in the amount of $3,000. In summary, the debts and recording dates are as follows. Any of the lien holders have the right to force the foreclosure or sale of the property in order to satisfy the debts recorded against the property. A lien holder must remember how their lien priority affects their rights at a foreclosure sale. The proceeds from the sale will be distributed according to priority. If the property sells for at least the total amount to cover all recorded liens, all lien holders will be satisfied. Any funds that remain after satisfying the debts will be the property of the former homeowner. If the property does not sell for the total amount of liens recorded against the property, the liens are paid off in order of priority until the money is gone. Once the sales proceeds are spent, any interest once held by remaining lien holders are extinguished. they have no longer an interest in the property. Let's return to Carl's cottage. The lien priority is as follows. Please note, the priority of the tax lien did not follow the priority established by recording date. Property tax liens are one of the exceptions to the recording date rule. Regardless of when the lien is recorded, property taxes take priority over virtually all other liens. As you can see, lien priority can become very important in the case of default and foreclosure. Lenders and other lien holders are usually extremely careful to make sure that they hold the lien priority guaranteed to them.